Rachel. It's been ages. You didn't tell me you moved back here.
Evelyn? Wow, this is unexpected. How did you even know I was back?
Oh, someone mentioned it in passing. I just thought to stop by and say hi. You look different. Are you married now?
Married? That's a sudden question.
Well, you've been away for a while. I thought maybe something happened. Or is there someone special in your life now? You know. Anyone serious?
That's a bit personal, Evelyn. Why are you asking?
Just curious. You were always private with relationships. I hope you haven't moved in with someone secretly. People are doing that these days.
Evelyn, when last did we sit down like this to just talk, without it being about questions like these?
It hasn't been that long, has it?
It has. I honestly can't remember the last time you came to check on me or even called just to see how I'm doing. Yet today, the first thing you ask about is my relationship status?
It's just small talk, Rachel. I'm genuinely curious. You're glowing a bit. I even thought maybe you were pregnant.
Evelyn, this conversation feels a bit off. First, you're asking if I'm married, then if I've moved in with someone, now pregnancy.
Sorry if I'm going too far. I was also going to ask, did you finally get a better job, or are you still managing those small side businesses?
Okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. These kinds of questions. They don't feel like you're just checking in. It feels like you're collecting information.
I didn't mean it that way. You're my friend, Rachel.
Friends are there through the ups and downs. They check in, encourage, and support. But I only seem to hear from you when something is going on or when you're curious about my personal life.
So, are you saying I'm not a good friend?
I'm saying this doesn't feel like real friendship. It feels one-sided. If you truly care, then be present even when there's nothing to ask.
I see.
It's not anger, Evelyn. I just think it's better to be honest. I'm at a point in life where I value peace and genuine connection. That's all. Why now? Why does she always come back only when something is about to happen or when I finally start to find peace? She was the first person I told about my relationship last year. I was so excited. I thought I was finally getting married. I shared everything with her. Every detail. And not long after, everything fell apart, suddenly, without warning. Then there was the business idea. The one I had prayed about, fasted over, and worked so hard to plan. I shared it with her too. She smiled, asked questions, and disappeared again. That business never even took off. Every door just shut one after the other. And now, after months of silence, here she is again, asking if I'm married, if I'm pregnant, if I have a stable job. All the same areas I've struggled in since I last opened up to her. She didn't ask how I've been. She didn't care what I've been through. She came with questions, just like always. Sensitive, personal questions. It's always when I'm on the edge of something new that she reappears, like clockwork. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. Patterns don't lie. From now on, I guard my life. Not everyone who smiles is safe. Not every friend is truly a friend. Some people aren't sent to help. They were sent to monitor. To delay. To scatter. Never again.
Rachel, listen to me carefully. Not every person in your life is safe. And not every ear that hears your plans means well. You need to stop sharing personal details, especially things that haven't come to pass yet. No matter how close someone is, if something hasn't been established or fully manifested, keep it to yourself. Cover it in prayer, not in conversation. Your relationship? Your business? The moment you started talking about them, spiritual resistance increased. There are people around you who are not just curious, they're spiritually planted to monitor, delay, and destroy. Some monitoring spirits operate through people who don't even know they're being used. They smile, they act concerned, they stay close, but their purpose is to gather information and feed it into a realm that works against you. From now on, build in silence. Let your victories announce themselves. I will teach you how to recognize the people who carry the spirit of monitoring. I'll show you the signs to watch out for. But first, shut your door. Guard your oil.
But Evelyn? Could she really be one of them? She prays. She serves in church. She even leads a women's fellowship sometimes. I mean, how could someone so committed still be used like that? But why does she only come around when I'm about to rise? Why does everything I share with her always seem to go wrong afterwards? I want to believe she's a friend. But these patterns are hard to ignore. Lord, am I being too careful? Or not careful enough? Evelyn, what are we doing here?
This is me. Who I am.
I know it is you. I can't see any difference. Is there anything else I need to see?
Ooh. Of course, your spiritual eyes are blind.
No. I serve a God that is on the throne and not a wheelchair. He has blessed me with the spirit of discernment. He'll not leave me now. In the name of Jesus.
That name. That name.
So, this is who you are? What kind of dream is this? Last night, I had the strangest dream. Evelyn was standing in front of me, dressed in pure white. Her face was calm, peaceful, even glowing. But just as I reached out to greet her, the white started fading. Slowly. Then, right before my eyes, her skin turned pitch black. Not like dark skin, but like ash. Like burnt coal. Her eyes changed too, hollow, empty, almost lifeless. I stepped back, frozen. She just stood there, staring at me. I didn't understand what I was looking at.
Rachel, monitoring spirits are real. And many people allow them into their lives without knowing. They don't always come in the form of demons with horns. Most times, they come as people, familiar, friendly, but spiritually dangerous. You need to understand how they operate and how to identify them, or they'll keep gaining access and sabotaging your progress. Let me give you 5 major signs, and one final key that ties it all together. 1. They show up only when something good is about to happen. These people disappear when your life is quiet, when you're struggling, or going through pain. But once something starts moving, a relationship, a job, a divine opportunity, they suddenly reach out. They come with casual greetings like, "I just thought of you," or "You came to mind." But spiritually, it's not coincidence, it's timing. In Mark 5:6-7, the man with the unclean spirit saw Jesus from afar and ran toward him. The spirit in him reacted to divine presence and movement. Monitoring spirits are drawn to progress. They hate to see light rising. 2. They ask highly personal and sensitive questions. These are not ordinary conversations. They want details, specific information. Not to celebrate you, but to report, resist, or ruin what's about to happen. They ask things like, who are you dating? When is the wedding? How much are you earning now? Have you gotten the visa? Are you pregnant now? And so on. In Judges 16:6, Delilah asked Samson, tell me the secret of your great strength. She wasn't asking out of love. She was sent to pull him down. So when someone becomes too curious about areas of your life you've kept private, be alert. Especially if those areas are still under spiritual process. 3. They show concern when things go wrong, but never celebrate when things go right. They may act like they care when you're in pain, but when you testify or make progress, they grow silent, distant, or critical. Proverbs 26:25 says, though they pretend to be kind, do not believe them, for their hearts are full of many evils. Monitoring spirits rejoice at delay and disappointment. They thrive on your struggle. That's when they get close. 4. You often feel spiritually drained or disturbed after interacting with them. This is one of the clearest signs. After a call, visit, or conversation with this person, your peace is gone. You feel confused, heavy, or spiritually weak. That's not emotional, it's spiritual leakage. Matthew 13:25 says, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat. Many of these spirits gain access through conversation and contact. They come to plant confusion and discouragement. If you notice that every time you open up to someone, you lose spiritual momentum afterward, pay attention. 5. After sharing something with them, things start going wrong. You tell them about a new relationship, then the person stops calling. You share a business plan, and it collapses out of nowhere. You tell them you're going for an interview, and it never works out. That is not ordinary. Jesus said in Matthew 7:6, do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine. When you give sacred things to the wrong people, you open the door for spiritual attack. Some people are not meant to hear certain things, not because you hate them, but because of what they carry. Some are spiritual reporters, knowingly or unknowingly. Now Rachel, the sixth sign, and it is the most important, is spiritual sensitivity and discernment. If you don't have discernment, you will be blind to the real purpose of some relationships. You'll keep calling them friends, while they keep feeding your destiny to the enemy. 1 Corinthians 2:14 says the natural man does not accept the things of the Spirit of God, because they are spiritually discerned. You need the Holy Spirit to open your eyes, not just your physical eyes, but your inner eyes. He'll show you who is for you, and who is simply sent to monitor. From now on, don't just look at who smiles. Listen to the spirit inside you. Watch patterns. Test spirits. And guard your oil. Not every vessel around you is clean.
Thank you so much for this revelation, sir. It's all beginning to make sense now. Everything the pastor said. He warned me months ago. He told me to stop sharing my life, especially the things I hadn't fully seen come to pass. He told me there are people who don't just listen. They monitor. And Evelyn. She fits every sign he gave. How did she even know about my relationship back then? I didn't post it. I didn't tell many people. But I told her. She smiled when I shared it. Pretended to be excited. Then, not long after, everything crumbled. The man I thought I would marry. Gone. She said she was happy that he left me. Happy? Because she didn't like him for me? What kind of friend says that? And then the business idea I poured myself into. She asked so many questions about it. I gave her all the details, trusting her as a friend. Just like that, doors closed. Everything died before it started. She vanished again. Until now. Now that I'm engaged. And now that I'm about to step into a better job. She shows up. After how many months? She didn't even say she missed me. She went straight to asking if I was married, if I had moved in with someone, if I was pregnant. Sensitive, personal questions, again. And then. That dream. She appeared in white. But it faded. She turned black, lifeless. Empty. It didn't feel like her. It didn't feel human. I wanted to believe it wasn't what I thought. But I can't deny it anymore. Monitoring spirits. They real. And they use people, even people who claim to love you. Now I see it clearly. She only comes when something good is about to happen in my life. Not anymore. From now on, I keep my oil covered. I will no longer explain myself to people who are watching, not supporting. God. Thank you for opening my eyes.
The dove is silent. She shields her nest well. I've circled her thoughts, stirred her rest, even sowed small whispers. But still, nothing.
You mean she didn't open the gate? Not even a crack?
Not a word of weight. She sings in tongues now. Burns incense at dawn. Her dreams are guarded. Someone's watching me now.
The cloud around her has thickened. She's no longer walking blind.
I tried planting fear. A shadow in the hallway. A familiar face in her dreams turned dark. Still, her mouth remained sealed.
The seal on her lips is not natural. She's eating fire. We may need to change winds.
Then what's next, Master? Do I pull back?
Withdraw. For now, let the silence grow loud. She must think the war is over. When she rests, we strike again.
Understood. The serpent sleeps. But not for long.
Monitoring spirits are real. They often hide in plain sight, cloaked in friendliness, concern, or familiarity. Sometimes, they come through dreams. Other times, they come as people who show up only when your life is about to shift for the better, asking sensitive questions, digging for private details, or pretending to care while secretly working against your progress. Revelations. B. But here's the truth, you don't have to be afraid of monitoring spirits. Fear gives them room to operate. What you need is discernment. Be watchful. Be spiritually alert. Not every friendly face is a safe one. Learn to guard your heart, your progress, your relationships, and your revelations. Be prayerful. Be wise. Be spiritually sensitive. When you walk with God, He will reveal the hidden, expose the fake, and protect you from those who monitor to manipulate. Awareness is your weapon. Discernment is your defense. And the Spirit of God within you is your strongest shield. Stay sharp. Stay covered. Stay victorious.